Hello and welcome to a brand new episode of A Crazy Little Thing Called Thought podcast with me, your host, Luke Richardson. This is episode 11, Hamster Wheel Work Depression. This is the podcast which helps workplace professionals and anyone for that matter to feel a whole lot better about their current situations. Now, the hamster wheel. A lot of people who work in jobs that they don't particularly like will understand what the hamster wheel metaphor is. If you don't, allow me to explain. It's the groundhog day effect. So it's when people feel they are in a loop, doing the same thing over and over again, day in, day out, week after week, month after month, year after year, and the situation never changes and they're trapped in it. Now, allow me to help anyone listening to this podcast audio recording that even though it feels that way, as if one is trapped in a job day in, day out, that's not true. You just have to understand that the hamster wheel effect is a state of mind. Now, when you understand that the hamster wheel effect is a state of mind, that it's thinking that's flowing through an employee, that it's just a temporary experience, raising a level of understanding can set a person free of that hamster wheel effect, because when a person understands, it frees them. Now, I can prove that to you by following someone around who absolutely hates their job, so if I said to somebody, do you like your job? They'd reply to me, no, I absolutely hate it. Now, if I were to follow that individual around at work, wherever they worked, all day, I would see that they'd have their lucid moments. I'd see that they'd happily speak to that colleague in the kitchen. I'd see them at lunch on their enjoying a book or reading a podcast. I'd see them probably more likely towards the end of the day feeling a lot better and happier. Now, they'd put all that down to, that person in the kitchen made me feel happy, or the podcast I was listening to, or the book I was reading at lunchtime made me happy, or it was nearly home time, that made me happy. All not true. Basically, all those experiences in that particular day, good and bad, are coming from the person within. The experience is generated through their thinking, moment to moment, and that experience carries on before the working day and after the working day. So when you truly understand that the hamster wheel effect is your internal interpretation of your situation, then that sets you free to. I'm not making these audio recordings to tell you what to do, to tell you to stay in a job, to tell you to leave a job, to tell you to jack in and go travelling. All that stuff's not particularly any of my business. What is my business is to teach you how life truly works psychologically within your own mind, which can help you at work, whether you do want to stay in the job or whether you do want to leave. That's entirely up to you. I'm just here to help you recognise how life is working moment to moment, day in, day out. No matter if you're in work or in your own personal life, I just want to help you see clearly what is really going on. Because that is all that's going on. It's the same with me right now doing this recording. I am going through my own interpretation of this experience. I'd be doing the same if I was working in my own job this week. Just like you do. Good experiences and bad experiences. So, again, if you understand that the hamster wheel state of mind is an internal creation within you, It sets you free to have better relationships at work, thrive at work, actually learn to maybe enjoy or tolerate your job. Give you the power back to you to change your job if you wanted to. When you understand that the thinking is generated by you, and if you can let it settle down, it allows you to make more common sense decisions. Whether that be stay in the job, do better at the job, thrive at the job, leave the job. And a mind full of clutter and noise is a recipe for disaster because it makes you make the wrong decisions. You feel that you're thinking, don't you, at work? So when you get that email, for instance, and you don't particularly like it, you feel it. You read it, you think about it, and you feel it. And you just feel like maybe snapping back at that person, or jacking in the job, or doing something really stupid. Whereas if you just take a step back and understand that the thoughts you're generating are generating and developing within you, then that allows you to make better decisions in the workplace. So, as I say, I'm not here to tell you what to do. I'm not here to tell you how to live your life. What I'm trying to portray here is developing your understanding of how life really works, so that, I'll take it another angle. Let's be honest. In this day and age, not like the old days where you could easily get another job. Back in, my mum and dad always used to say to me that their parents, my grandparents and I guess my great-grandparents, would be in a job one minute and then be in a different job tomorrow. It was quite easy back in the day, back in the early 1900s, to pushing towards the 21st century, to easily get another job. You could be in one job one minute and the next day be in another, and people got fired from jobs and got employed in others quite quickly. It was a hell of a lot different back then. I don't like to say easier, because I have no idea if life back then was any easier than it is today. But it was certainly different in the job market. You could easily change. Nowadays, you can't easily change a job. You apply for a job, it takes 5, 6, 7, 8 weeks for someone to come back to you about the job, and you've got to go get an interview. You've got to go through the interview process and then wait another, however long it takes for them to come back and say, you've got the job, and you've got to wait, do a notice period in your current job before you can take that job. Life is a hell of a lot different in the work world than it was back then. Now, the point being is, it's not easy to get out of your current situation within the workplace. So, if you are looking to change, I'm not saying to change. As I said before, I'm trying to help you discover how life really works. If you are looking to change, this understanding can help you, because it can help you in the interim period of changing. It gives the power back to you. You can become bulletproof with this understanding if you don't like your job. And you could take life in your stride until you either stay in the job and learn to like it and understand it's the right thing for you, or it gives you the power back, the space within you, deeper with your soul, to change. Now, I'm not saying all this is particularly easy, but I'm saying it's the easier way over procrastinating, being a sense of stress, depression, worry, anxiety, in the interim trying to change. Let's wrap up here. I enjoyed giving this one out to you, and I hope these are really helping you not just survive in the workplace, but thrive and go on to do what's best for you and what you decide to do. Take care, everybody. I'll see you on the next one. Remember, the hamster wheel is an illusion. It's not real. And when you understand that, it gives the power back to you. Try it, and then your life will change forever. I promise it. Take care now. I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.